What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today I just got off the farm and I bring you a bountiful harvest. After doing many despicable things to get here, and by despicable I mean emailing someone at a Microsoft PR department, I have in my possession an Xbox Series X. So a big shout out to Microsoft and the Xbox team for sending me one of these bad boys. Now, for those of you wondering, no! This is not a paid promotion. Phil Spencer did not call me threatening to take my family and dog captive if I didn't tell you how awesome this console is. Everything I say here is my opinion alone, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So yes, I am a big time shill. Please buy 10 Xbox Series X's, and you'll get an 11th one free. Stop your grinning and drop your linen, because I'm gonna take you on a ride through the Series X. Let's start things off with the box and contents itself. Take it away, Act Man. Now, the box itself, not the thing inside, is pretty dang cool. I like the presentation, but there's one thing that makes me sad. Pour one for Halo Infinite, boys. Damn, this thing is heavy. There's like a little pamphlet here. Jesus. Oh. So this is where the Series X lies. My new portable refrigerator. Okay, here we go. Bam! Look at that sexy beast. Wow, just like the simulations. Now let's check out this controller. Okay, so, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing except for the middle button there. Now the grip feels a bit better, but I can already see myself getting some dope 360 no-scope intervention shots with this. So it feels good, it feels nice and light. Then you just got your cords and bing bang boom, you're good to go. Oh, the most important part is, of course, the product and regulatory guide. Now, I'm just gonna read through a couple pages of this with you. You can't even fucking see it. Okay. I'm gonna read through a couple pages of this with you. Gotta get the video to 8 to 10 minutes long. So, by purchasing or using your Microsoft product, you agree to manufacturer's limited hardware warranty and agreement at support.microsoft.com/warranty. I didn't know that. Okay, this bit's getting old. Alright guys, sorry that I'm new at this, but there's actually a couple extra things in here. I'm not sure if this was like a manufacturer's error, but let's see what else we... Oh hell yeah, s'mores Pop-Tarts? Man, what a hookup. A single tomato. I'll cook that with some eggs. What in fuck's name is this? A single deer antler. Oh, that's right, dude, I forgot about the deer antler edition, man. Fuck, this is an actual... Whoa, I can just stick that inside the top. While the new Series X mini fridge is capable of playing hundreds of 360, Xbox One, and OG Xbox games, unfortunately there's only enough room in it for about 2 beers. As far as appearance goes, it looks a little funky on its side. The Xbox logo is tilted, and you got this circular stand on the bottom. Wish you could take that off. This thing is a beast. It's easily the heaviest and biggest console I've ever owned. But that's due in part to the bulk. The Series X has been hitting the gym harder than Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. All that power's gotta come from somewhere. What's really cool is the painted green vent at the top. That's right, I said painted. I wouldn't say it's the most aesthetically pleasing console, but its sleek black design feels very similar to the One X. In the back you've got some standard plugins, but with the addition of a storage expansion card, which is great, so you don't necessarily need a full-on external hard drive. Although they're selling them for pretty expensive. With 1 terabyte of storage, you can maybe fit Modern Warfare on here. It's got 3 USB ports, and for me, setup was incredibly easy. I just linked my email account associated with my Xbox account, demonslayer666@hotmail.com, and I had my full library of games right there. Now let's power this mammoth on. When I initially wrote this part of the video, I was under the impression that this user interface was exclusive to the Series X. However, it appears it's been like an update across the board, which is disappointing, but let's talk about it. A great console has got to have a great UI. It's more or less an upgraded UI with a cleaner design, vertical scrolling menus instead of horizontal, but many of the menus are virtually unchanged. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It is somewhat disappointing to see almost the exact same layout in a brand new console, you know? Still, I have no issues or complaints. There's some pretty big important changes, quality of life stuff. You can see how many times someone has invited you to a party or game, rather than seeing your invite folder filled with spam. Another thing is Xbox Ultimate Game Pass has its own sub-menu. And hot damn dude, this is the best deal in gaming by far. All these titles are free if you got Game Pass. Not only that, but you can navigate through the menus and find deals with gold, discounts. There's a bunch of stuff on sale for 10% off or more. If I wasn't so busy telling you about this new console, I'd be downloading everything right now. Check out some of these titles, man. Alan Wake, Rare Replay, Batman Arkham Knight, Destiny 2, Doom Eternal, all 3 Fables are on here, Fallout New Vegas, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 through 4, the entire Gears of War and Halo series, MCC Halo Wars 1 and 2, Halo 5, and who could forget Disneyland Adventures. Microsoft really placed a ton of importance on the Game Pass, and it's paying off, even being tied with EA Play, which, yeah, that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Is it?
You want to see something? Look at that. Games is above movies and TV. Take that, Don Matrick. For better or worse, Xbox is kind of becoming this unified platform across like PC, Xbox One, One X, and Series X, to the point where the lines are kind of blurred between them. Now moving on to backwards compatibility, I had heard about the insane effort put in, so I was curious about how this would work exactly. And it turns out you can actually pop in some of your old 360 discs and the console will read it, install it, and play it. You want to dust off the Force Unleashed? Bam! Just like that. I was so hyped when I found this out. This is incredible. Being backwards compatible with previous consoles from 2001, 2005, and 2013 is beyond what I had ever expected years ago. Now, to be fair, not every title from every generation is available to play, but there's a good chunk of it. It is somewhat of a pain to have to look up whether or not you can play some of these old games on the Series X, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I'm kind of stunned this thing can read 360 discs, but the real test, can it read original Xbox discs? Ho ho ho, would you look at that? Now that's what I'm talking about. That's backwards compatibility, man. And it's so easy to just hop over to Fusion Frenzy. No, I'm feeling some Armed and Dangerous. Armed and Dangerous, there's like 6 people who played this game, yet I can use my old disc from 15 years ago and pop it in and play it. Although the list for OG Xbox games is really short, I would love to see Brute Force or the Mech Assault games playable on Series X. So the overall lineup of games is pretty awesome. Microsoft is so committed to the investment angle. The fact that I can pick up Republic Commando, a game I bought maybe 15 years ago, and pop it into my Series X, download the game and play it, that's amazing. I don't have to go through the store. Nintendo's not doing that. Microsoft is for sure going to be missing out on some profits. Not that I was going to pay $10 for Armed and Dangerous, but it prevents me from having to whip out my original Xbox and plug that in just to play it. It's the idea that I can utilize my old-ass collection of games on a brand new piece of hardware in the year 2020. That is a major selling point for Microsoft and the Series X. It's that type of thing you'd expect to only find on PC. I think the next step for Microsoft is to get every single previous Xbox game from all generations playable on the Series X. If you do that, you are going to have the console with the most expansive library of games in history. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to push things forward to the next generation technologically, but while keeping, all your games and friends list and achievements the same. All that stuff just carries over easily. The Series X features are nothing to scoff at either. My download speeds have never been faster. Could just be a good day with Xfinity, but I've reached up to like 350 megabits per second. With Smart Delivery, it ported my entire library over. Quick Resume all but eliminates load times when you turn your console off and hop back in. Now, performance has been A+. I haven't run into any technical problems, lag, choppy frame rate, and the Series X is absolutely silent when playing, something I will no longer take for granted. Unfortunately, my capture card is 4 years old, so I can't record in 4K or at 120 FPS. However, I can still experience the game at the highest level. And to that I say, when Microsoft claims a game is optimized for Xbox Series X, it is. Again, they're knocking it out of the park with graphics, features, and quality of life. Sure, these are the same games you can already play on the One and the One X, but just like they say, everything plays better on the Series X. To be honest, I'm not really sure how to talk about these games because they're going to be coming out on the Xbox One as well, and I wasn't able to play Valhalla or Watch Dogs Legion. You know, it's not that I'm disappointed with the games that are available for me to play right now, it's that it can all be found on the Xbox One as well.
Maybe I should give this gamer shit a chance.
You know, I think Microsoft was planning on Halo Infinite being the killer app. That's why every single box has Master Chief on the back. So yeah, looks like there's been a change of plans. But I'll tell you guys what, I've got a very special video idea in mind. I'm gonna be playing every single Xbox Game Pass video game. So stay tuned for that. That'll give you more of a taste of what the Xbox has to offer in terms of games. The big question for most gamers is it worth upgrading? What are you actually getting with the Series X that you don't get from other consoles? It's mostly going to be the features, optimizations, quality of life, improvements, increased technical capabilities, faster load times. I mean, they're virtually non-existent. Better graphics, performance, frame rate. If the Series X was a PC, it would be the best PC at the price it's going for. So you have to ask yourself if the technical aspects are worth upgrading for. If you don't have an Xbox One or One X, I would 100% recommend getting a Series X for people who want the most bang for their buck. The thing is, with my capture card hooked up, I play games at 1920 by 1080p at 60 FPS. And when I unplugged it and played at 4K 120 FPS with ray tracing, HDR, you know, I didn't feel like I needed all of that. And that's just me personally. It is a pretty big difference, but it wasn't make or break for me. I know Microsoft doesn't want to alienate anyone, no matter what Xbox or a selection of games they want to play. And that's why, like, all the exclusives and games and features like the Xbox Game Pass are flowing between everything, you know? I am disappointed at the lack of true exclusives, things that you can't find anywhere else. The killer apps. If Xbox Game Pass was exclusive to the Series X, pooh, baby. But I guess that's the angle, you know? Don't get me wrong, the Series X is amazing for me as an Xbox fanboy. However, if you have a One X and you're not super crazy about the technical stuff, then you may not have many reasons to upgrade. So where do I stand with Microsoft and the Series X? It is an awesome console, no doubt about that. I can say without a doubt, this is the best place to play video games, new and old, if you're an Xbox fan. Or even if you're not. Microsoft is hardcore committed to the community and fans. They don't want to alienate people. They have made so many titles backwards compatible, made them way better than they are. The games are preserved. Now, I love the console design itself, the new controller. Everything is better. Microsoft has everything they need to succeed, in my opinion, except the exclusives. But maybe that's just where I diverge from Microsoft, where I don't completely see eye to eye with their vision. I totally respect it. Maybe they don't want to pressure people into buying the new console. Maybe they just want their overall community to feel unified, to feel like they are taken care of. Phil Spencer and the Xbox team want you to feel like your money is being well spent. And well, folks, I can't argue with that. So there you have it. That is my review of the Xbox Series X. But you better stay tuned because I will be embarking on a journey to play every single Xbox Game Pass title. There's over 248 games to play. And hopefully that'll give you a better taste of what to expect gameplay-wise from the console. Once again, thank you Microsoft and the Xbox team for sending this my way. I hope you are all just as excited for the next generation of consoles as I am. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Shill Man signing out. Peace!